Yeah.
Usually adults, like you said, a place like Toyota might purchase tickets or time for 30 of their employees to come through, and it'd be a corporate event where
That's hilarious.
So it'd be like us three right here would be we represent the Giants, and then we'll go there and then split us up. And the one thing we always tell each other is their fantasy, not yours. So we shouldn't be out there trying to relive.
I hope you are tackling helmet to helmet with these flag football players.
Knock somebody out. No way. I'm not gonna get fined. Might get sued by
man.
Nah, but it's a good time, man. It's been done all around the league. I'm sure the Patriots do the same thing. That's another first-class organization. So, I'm pretty sure they do the same thing.
When is that at? Do you know?
It's in my emails, and when I'm done, I will be professional and wait till we get off the air.
Okay.
Because usually I'll be unprofessional and just go through it right now. But I'm going to try to be professional ones, and when we're done, I'll let you know. But I think it's going to be it's going to be in November. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right. Well, there's something to look forward to there. And, in terms of sports, guys, I'm excited because the Yankees are looking. I don't know if you're a fan of the Yankees, Mr. Garnes. I know you're from the Bronx.
I'm not a fan. I am a Yankee.
You are a Yankee. There we
go. It's in my blood. I bleed pinstripes. And I hate to keep bringing up this stuff, but I'm very disappointed in Boston for coming back on us. It was 3-0. We was up 3-0 like years ago.
You still haven't gotten over it.
Kind of broke the curse and kind of kind of put us in a little bit tailspin, but it was cool. I remember being in New York when they was up 3-0. And we're in New York, even in Boston, there's a bunch of people that's from Boston that live in New York.
At the games.
So it really sucked, man.
That was the worst.
We had to leave every game.
That was the worst experience
ever in our Yankee history.
Oh, man.
We've been through a lot of things, but that was the worst by far.
Still to this day.
We can't bring up Babe Ruth no more.
It really just took the wind out of the whole sports segment. I feel awful even going forward at this point.
And I don't think you remember, that year, I think Boston won it. I want to say the Celtics might have won it. And New England win it damn near every year, so the Patriots.
Yeah,
so
the Patriots have been winning.
The basketball team, the football team, and maybe even the hockey team was good during that time.
At least we beat the Patriots.
We beat them
unexpectedly
twice. We beat them twice. And it's a healthy rivalry. And I think I was explaining to you before, it's a rivalry. But when I was in Germany, when you're going from one town to the next, they didn't even have directions on a highway to get to that next town because that's how much of a rivalry those two towns were in sports. So if you wanted to go there, you got to figure it out on your own. They wasn't going to put it on they wasn't going to put it up.
Else.
That's crazy. Yeah. But I would say that just the way it works for Yankees and Boston. Teams like Yankees, Boston, the Cubs, and teams that Philly, all these teams that bring in a lot of money, they have to share with the rest of the league.
Yeah.
So if the Yankees is making all the money, they don't let them keep it. They make them divide it up amongst the other teams.
Really?
So everybody could.
The MLB is socialist. Yeah, I had no idea.
Think about it. It's who started it really? It started with Jerry Jones back in the days because he was dominating. Him and George Steinbrenner were dominating. They were making all the money. They had night contracts. I don't know if the Yankees had.
That's called good business.
That's right. And I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But the way they do it, which kind of makes sense for the business model, is if you own a team, you don't ever have to worry about being embarrassed and being in the red and have to shut down shop because you got players that have to get paid.
Yeah.
So everybody spread the
do
money
your
out.
job then.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
It's not the players. It's the owners of the team because there's some teams that you could see they're middle of the road every year because they're making money. And that's the name against a business. So really they're making money like, I don't want to call out teams like the Cincinnati Bengals. It's been thought of. I'm not saying it's true, but that's the way we perceive them. And even as players, back in the days, it was pretty frugal. And they were making money. They have a great fan base, and they didn't really take it to the next level to try to win games because they was winning already.
And you still see it to this day and age, right? Even with the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know if you're going to get in too much trouble. There are a few franchises out there that
They actually, I'll give them credit because they fired a few people over the last few years. And if they wanted to be stagnant and remain under the radar, they will be able to.
Yeah.
But they made some moves this offseason, like they got Kyler Murray, first round pick. And cutting a first-round pick, basically he traded a first-round pick from last year. That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Top 15 draft pick get traded out, and they take the next quarterback.
Speaking of socialism and communism in sports, there is one last thing I want to touch up on before we get forward with a little bit more music by DJ K Bliss. Is Daryl Morey, the GM of the Houston Rockets? He made a tweet where he was defending Hong Kong.
Yes, you gotta be real careful.
I mean, but is it really how can he get in trouble? Apparently, China is now removing any type of Rockets game from their country.
Think about it. Things that mean a lot to us may not mean.
China is always like that. I used to work at the UN, and I liked Tibet. Like Tibet is a cute.
You like Tibet?
Tibet is a cute place.
How much do you like Tibet?
It's cute enough, like
no,
like whatever. Anyways, Tibet was protesting outside, for their right to exist and everything, and like China's mean. Anyways, and I turned around and I looked out the window and I just said to myself, really out loud, "Oh, I love Tibet." And you know how much trouble I got in at the UN because I offended the Chinese people around,
right? No,
for just saying that I like Tibet, that it exists. If you even mention that Tibet exists, China like comes out of like entire resolutions. Wow. Like,
you gotta be careful when you're other countries because they have a.
But we're in this country. I understand that's his political view.
And the NBA make a lot.
You obviously haven't seen the new South Park episode about China controlling everything.
I love South Park.
No.
It's basically saying that, like every radio station, everything is saying, well, if you want to make money, you got to agree with what China wants. Like that's basically the whole episode.
Wow.
And if you're in America, that should be your business model because they make a lot of money in China. NBA makes a lot of money in China. You'll see all the time Kobe Bryant, the top athletes, LeBron James, they all go out there and have like a whole different like Nike deal.
Yeah, you could have an entire career after you retire playing sports over
Stephon Marbury. Couple Brooklyn cats. My guy, I forgot what's his name, but he was on the Lakers last year. He's from here.
Lance Stevenson.
Lance Stevenson's out there right now. I don't know if it's China, but he's out, I think, in Asia doing his thing.
Yeah, a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You can really draw a crowd in China if you're a character here.
Right.
You go there and you're a huge character.
I agree. Same thing. I think even hip hop it's not. I think it's not as accepted. Watching our guy that's from here and he's trying to push it out there. What's my guy?
China Mac.
Yes. China Mac doing his thing. Big shout out to
know
him.
China Mac?
I don't know him.
Yeah.
But I watch him. I respect that cat, man. I watch him.
I got mad respect for China Mac.
No doubt, man. So, but you say he's trying to make it big out there and do his thing.
I didn't realize. I thought he was more putting an emphasis on the Chinese American culture.
I watched his live, so maybe he said something and I might have got it wrong. But he talking about in the past like how he feel like there's a lot of money out there and it's not. I don't think it's as accepted there. So he had to. He wants to make it accepted out there and do it because there's a lot of money being made out there.
I'm curious to see what happens with Daryl Morey. People are calling for his resignation. So next week, we're going to follow this up next week. It is the amount of money that they're going to lose, but still, isn't this country based on...
But it's not about this country. It's about them. It's not even about us because you think about it. You remember Yao Ming? I don't know if
you're not supposed to make sports political. Is that what it is?
That's the truth, and especially when it hurts you. You know what I mean? If it's hurt you...
He should know as the general manager of the Rockets not to be too outspoken, but at the same time, it wasn't like he was on a platform. No, he didn't. He wasn't sitting at a press conference saying, having any sort of an opinion on China.
But it was unnecessary.
I mean, Twitter is like the new...
judge and jury.
Yeah, that's
it is. It's the new judge and jury.
It is, man. Like, you get convicted there first, and then it doesn't look good moving forward.
I don't know if I'm going to make a Twitter. I think I'm going to stay away from Twitter.
Most people...
Yeah. I'd rather stick just posting
words
pictures on Instagram.
But the thing about back to Houston real quick for you guys a second. So you think about they had Yao Ming. He was like a great big time international star. I think there's a rule where when a guy like that come here, he don't get his full contract. Some of that money from his contract goes to the country. And so they made a deal with Houston, and Houston has been big with the Chinese culture for a while. They've been making.
Oh yeah, Yao Ming was their biggest star. Right. Think about it.
And they still do a lot of work with them. And this is a big. They say not doing any more business with them. That's big. That's a big chunk of your money.
And Yao was mad too. Yao Ming was personally.
Be careful what you say. Like it'd be like me speaking on another religion. We're not even talking about religion. I just shout out a certain religion and say, you guys are fighting, but I'm on your side.
But you're doing a ton of business with them.
I do business at that site.
It's understandable, but just the blue-blooded American.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like,
when it comes to,
I
agree with you 100% on things like we certain things you can't say now. When you get on this mic, we
gotta
know.
Place, but I guess if he was not on a public forum, maybe it's all right. Right. But still, I guess we'll see where they go. If he keeps his job, if he apologizes, that's what it's really about these days, right? A nice apology.
Right.
To look past, that's everybody. Everybody's always in trouble. Everybody comes up with some false apology. Yeah. This fake apology just to make everybody happy, but hey, it's 2019. On that note, folks, keep on listening. We're going to wrap things up really soon. We've got Sam Garnes in studio. Ex-safety.
In the building. I think I'm still a safety because I didn't turn into a receiver. I just can't play anymore. I'm a safety. I can't play.
And you can come out of retirement at any time.
I would do it. I'm gonna get hurt. I'll get hurt right away, but
we need you right now.
Right on IR, I'll give him the rest of my money.
What's the chance we can get you on the Giants? We load you up with CBD.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's 0 to none.
Well, it's so soft now. It's not going to get hurt.
Yeah, but I'm not. It takes preparation. It's like
Yeah.
everything you do. You gotta have blinders on, and I haven't been doing that. I'm in a different type of shape. I'm in good shape, but not that type of shape.
Not football shape
No,
they
it's
say.
different, no.
That's all right. And Christy in studio as well. Christy, where can they find you on Instagram?
Christy Vera with an extra A at the end.
Are you reading something?
No.
She's reading the table. She's reading the desk. Somebody wrote a signature in front of it.
I thought she had her Instagram.
I'm just trying to focus.
Wrote the @name down there. Folks, this
Don't
is the
let me
Ryan
distract
Show FM with Sam Garnes and Christy Vera in studio, and we will return to the DJ K Bliss.
Bliss.
I reminisce for a spell, or shall I say think back 22 years ago to keep it on track. The birth of a child on the 8th of October. A toast, but my granddaddy came sober. Count all the fingers and the toes, now I suppose you hope the little black boy grows. 18 years younger than my mama, but I really got beatings cause the girl loved drama. In single parenthood, there I stood. By the time she was 21, had another one. This one's a girl, let's name her Pam. Same father as the first, but you don't give a damn. Irresponsible, plain not thinking. Papa said chill, but the brother keep winking. Still he won't down, you would tear out your hide. On your side while the baby make a slide. But mama got wise to the game. The youngest of 5 kids, hun, here it is. After 10 years without no spouse, mama's getting married in the house. Listen, positive over negative for the woman a master. Mother Queen's rise in the chapter. Deja vu, tell you what I'm gonna do when they reminisce over you, my God. When I date back, I recall a man off the family tree. My right hand, Papa Doc, I see. Took me from a boy to a man, so I always had a father when my biological didn't bother. Taking care of this, so who am I to bicker? Not a bad ticker, but I'm clocking Pop's liver. But you can never say that as life is through. 5 kids at 21, believe he got a right to. Here we go while I check the scene with the Portuguese lover at the age of 14. The same age, front page, no fuss, but I bet you all you know they live longer than us. Never been seen now, that's where you're wrong. But give the man a taste and he's gone. Nodding off sleep to a jazz tune. I can hear his head banging on the wall in the next room. I get the pillow and hope I don't wake him. For this man to cuss, hear it all in verbatim. Telling me how to raise my boy unless he's taking over. I said, Pop, maybe when you're older. We laughed all night about the hookers at the party. My old man standing yelling, good God Almighty. Use your condom, take sips of the brew. When they reminisce over you, for real.
For real, baby. Like that. We for real. Coming at ya. In 92. Rock and CL Smooth. Yeah. Come on.
I reminisce so you never forget this. The days are way back, so many bear witness the fitness. Take the first letter out of each word in this joint. Listen close as I prove my point. T to the R-O-Y, how did you and I meet in front of Big Lou's fighting in the street? But only you saw what took many time to see. I dedicate this to you for believing in me. Rain or shine, yes in any weather. My grandma Pam holds the family together. My Uncle Doc's the greatest, better get the latest. If we're talking about a car, Uncle Sterling got the latest. I strive to be live cause I got no choice. And run my own business like my Aunt Joyce. So Pete Rock hit me, enough respect due. When they reminisce over you, listen.
Listen. Just listen to the funky songs as I rock on, and that's word is born. I'm not playing. Everybody, just coolin'. This song is dedicated to the one and only. Never be another. He was my brother. Trouble T. Roy. It's like that, y'all. And it don't stop.
Imagine smoking weed in the street without cops harassing. Imagine
Imagine going to court with no trial. Lifestyle cruising blue Bahama waters. No welfare supporters. More conscious of the way we raise our daughters. Days are shorter, nights are colder. Feeling like life is over. These snakes strike like a cobra. The world's hot, my son got knocked. Evidently, it's elementary.